Hello everyone. Today we're going to look into AsyncThrowingStreams. In order to see how this works and see it in action, we're going to create a simple file downloader, and from there we're going to track the progress of the download. And to make it more interesting, we're going to create a SwiftUI view to show the progress of the download. So now let's jump in. I start by creating a downloader class. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, URL session doesn't provide any async API, which we can use to download and track the progress. The closest we can get is to use the bytes API from the URL session. It provides an async bytes object that we can loop through asynchronously and get the values. But the problem with that is it's so slow and doesn't work properly for the purpose of downloading file. If you know any APIs or the reason for this, please let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, we can continue to use callback-based APIs from the URL session to start a download and get the task. Now, in order to get the progress of this task, we can use the key value observation. And inside this block, we can access the progress. Before we move on to the next step, one important thing to remember is when the download is finished, we have to invalidate our observation. Now that we have this download function in place, we can move to the next function, which returns an AsyncThrowingStream. AsyncThrowingStreams needs two arguments. One is the type that we want to return for the streams, and the other one is the error that it can throw. So for the first type, we will use doubles, and for the errors, we're just gonna return errors. So I start by writing AsyncThrowingStream with the type of double and error. In this block, we have access to a continuation. Here, we will start by having a do catch block. Inside this block, I can call the download function we just implemented. Inside the progress handler, now we can call the continuation.yield, which is responsible for emitting the values in this stream. So now each time we get a value, we just use the continuation.yield to emit this progress. And inside the completion block, we just want to call the continuation dot finished. We are telling the users of this API that this stream is finished. Also, in the catch block, we need to call the continuation dot finished with the throwing of the error. And now we are done with setting up the stream, and it's time to use it. Here I will start to create a view model and the view that we want to show the progress on. With the view model and the view in place, now it's time to implement our start download function. This is the place that we want to use the stream that we just created and update the progress value that we have in the view model. We can call the download function to create our stream. Here we have our data stream ready to be used. And now let's start to use this stream. Because this stream conforms to the async sequence, we can loop through asynchronously. And this is how we can access the values from this stream. And whenever a new value is available, this block will get called. So here we can update the progress to our value. And because we are updating the UI here, we need to call it in the main actor. Now we are done with setting up our view model and everything is in place. And whenever we get the new value inside this stream, we are updating the progress. And also we are setting up everything inside the view. So whenever a new value is available for this progress, the progress view will be updated. And we are starting the download as soon as this view is appeared. Now, if I run the preview, the download starts and we can see the progress as the file is downloading. Alright, and that's it for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks for watching and until next time.